In the last video, we talked about taking your passion, something that you really enjoy doing, and then turning it or building a business around it. Almost straight away, I received about 3 direct messages that said, I am really interested in, and I'll give you an example. One chap said, fish keeping. How do I turn that into my business? I actually thought straight away it was obvious, if I'm honest. But then I realized that after the next DM and the next DM, then I realized actually, let's just talk about it. So that's what this video is about. We're going to talk about how to take a passion and turn it into a business. So we might as well start with that example we had of fish keeping. Now, I'm actually quite an avid fish keeper myself. I've only got a little tank at the moment because of space, but when I have more space, I definitely gonna get a big tank. There are so many factors involved in fish keeping, from choosing your tank to worrying about the water levels and the kind of pH levels and the nitrates and nitrates and all of that kind of stuff. Your kind of fish that you can keep, the plants, the equipment, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Now, one of the very first things that I did as a beginner when I was looking to start my first aquarium is I researched. I went onto YouTube, I went onto Instagram, and I found people out that were doing this hobby, that were excelling in this space. And I followed them and I looked at what they were doing, I looked at what they recommended. I really did kind of take what they were doing and go out and buy that kind of stuff. There's 2 ways to look at this. One, they were influencing me. So that's one job that you can do. You can turn a passion and become an influencer for that passion. And the second thing is they were becoming gurus, or they were becoming experts in that field. You don't necessarily need to know everything about about your field before you can go out there and, I mean, in fact, I wouldn't call yourself an expert. I'd let other people call you an expert. Or you can just go out there and start talking about subjects so much that other people will look up to you and hail you an expert. Now, I don't recommend going out there and calling yourself an expert, but do put out so much content that other people turn to you and say, this guy or girl knows exactly what they're talking about in these fields. So straight away, there's 2 ways that you can take a passion and start to build a business. Now, if you're creative, it's even simpler. You can do paintings or caricatures for people and then sell them. I saw a fantastic girl on Instagram the other day. She was taking night trainers, just the plain white ones, stenciling or drawing on the swoosh on the side, personalized to somebody, and then selling them for a profit. Now, all that was costing her was just her time and her creativity and the small amount of materials, but she was selling them for almost double the original amount of the trainer. That I'm sure there was healthy profit in there. And that's a fantastic way of doing it. So there's 3 different types of business models that you can go out and achieve, going out and look to turn your passion into a business. We've discussed the first 2. The first one is a product. That was the lady that was creating the art on the trainers. And then we've done information. That's the people on YouTube, almost like myself, that are giving you information to better yourself, and especially if they're selling courses, etc. I don't do that, but that's what information selling would be. Now, the last one is a service-based business. Now, a service-based business can be anything where you are, again, using yourself, using your time to go out there and offer a service to people. That could be something as simple as dog walking, or as complicated as being a videographer, a copywriter, or something like that. Even if you think you don't have any real skills, there are still jobs that you can go out and do. So if you like dog walking, or if you love dogs, you don't have one because you live in a flat, then you can create a business around dogs that, 1, means you don't have to have one, and 2, means you spend a lot of time with the dogs and you get to get paid while you're doing it. That sounds like a win-win to me. If you take away one thing from this video today, it is I want you to know that anything that you're passionate about can be turned into a business, and it's much easier to turn something that you're passionate about into a business than try and push something uphill that you just are trying to make money with. So comment below if you have a passion that you want to turn into a business and you're not sure, and I will reach out and I'll give you some ways in which you can do that.